first time I saw her, I thought she was the prettiest girl I've ever seen. Her eyes melt your heart.
My earliest memory of John would come up to my parents' house where we would play kickball and baseball and football in the street.
We were childhood sweethearts, grew up around the corner from each other.
I did know then. He was so cute.
Went to the same school.
We'd go to the park, Maryland Park, and we'd play on the slide, and we were the king and queen of the slide. We were going to Maryland Park, and we ended up walking the long way, and it was super foggy, and that's where John and I had our first kiss.
I used to sneak out of my house and draw in chalk in front of her house.
"Hello, Princess," written in chalk right outside of my house.
I never really thought that through. There's really only one boy in the neighborhood that lived that close, so everyone knew it was me.
But he left the chalk box, and it said, "To Princess, love always, Viper," because that was his nickname. So John graduated St. Brendan's 2 years before I did. So when he left, I was devastated. I lost my best friend. I had no one to hang out with at lunch, but we still kept in contact.
High school was a lot of fun. When it was possible, we'd enjoy each other's company.
So he would come up to Convent and meet me after school, and we would get on the bus.
Right after high school was probably the longest amount of time that we spent apart.
Even though I moved to Los Angeles for college, he did support my decision, and I think that he's very happy now that I did make that choice.
Even when she was down in LA, if I could somehow finagle a trip, I'd give her a call and see what she was up to. We picked up where we left off. We started hanging out again and getting all the old friends back together. And it was fun. We had a great time together. I think my aha moment, the light bulb, was on my way back from San Diego. My bike broke down.
I was all excited that he was going to be coming back into the city that night.
Trying to figure out all sorts of ways to get home. I was going to rent a U-Haul, or the boys were going to drive home and come back and get me.
Try and get it towed, and I was not leaving him in Los Angeles.
She said, "Absolutely not, I'm coming to get you."
I drove down to LA.
I couldn't believe it. I drive 5 hours in her brother's truck to come pick me up.
Loaded up the bike and drove home.
I felt like I was the most important person in the world at that moment.
And I knew then he was my love forever.
When the feeling hits you, you just can't fight it. Because if you do, you'll be full of regret.